Hi everyone, Chantel here. Welcome to Art Side Out. Today I'll be walking you through a mixed media art tutorial. We'll be starting off with a Gelli Print for a background and adding some yummy texture, a floral focal point, and a phrase that's close to my heart. I'm so glad you're here with me today. Let's jump in. I started off using a Gelli Print background. This came out of another video about how to use your Gelli Prints, which I will link in the description below. Love the texture on that Gelli Print. Now I'm going to start off with some stamping, just at random spots around the edges mainly. I'm using a stamp that says "Believe in your dreams." And sometimes I'm just using the dreams part, and sometimes I'm using all of it. And now some butterflies from the Tim Holtz collection. Supplies will be listed below. Adding some letters now. Now, though I love the background, it is a little bit dark, so I'm adding some light with white using bubble wrap. Just painted on some white paint on there and am applying it randomly around the piece. And now for the focal point. I thought yellow would really pop on that, those colors, which it is. And of course, I need to have a teacup in there somewhere because I just love my tea and coffee. Oh, that's looking really great. Now using matte gel medium to adhere it and to create a seal on top so we can keep on adding more layers over top. I really liked the placement that I had there, and I was afraid if I took it off I would lose it. So that is why I'm gluing it down while keeping most of it on there. If you would like to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. I love hearing from you. Here I am outlining the focal point with white. I want it to pop more. And I'm using a fluid acrylic so that it's easy to dab away and doesn't overpower the background now with a white. Now to decide which frame to go with to put the phrase on. And I'm going with this one. Once again, laying it down with matte gel medium. Once that gel medium is on top of this, it creates another surface, as I mentioned earlier, and when I dry it with the heat tool, I can then stamp over top of it or do anything over top of it and it will stay. And here we go. Art side out I go to lose my mind and find my soul. Isn't that the truth? Here I'm using Titan Buff to just get rid of those little marks that came along with stamping. Sometimes the edges end up showing up as well. And now I've got some acrylic ink, yellow, just to bring some of that sunflower color out in another part of the piece. Definitely didn't want it to cover up the words there. And I've added water to it, of course, to get it to drip. Adding a little bit more white with bubble wrap and some more stamping. I love the stamping around the edges there. It gives a real painterly look. And now using a charcoal pencil to do some shading. And coming in with a white Posca pen to add some little white dots, which I love doing on a lot of my mixed media art and art journaling. Just adds a magical feel to it. It's a great way to add highlights. Coming back in now with my charcoal pencil, I'm adding some pretty heavy shading and some lines and edges just to create a little bit more depth perception and interest. There it is. Thanks so much for joining me today. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. I hope watching this today helps bring your art side out.